sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Twin Cities and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. It is the rookie from Alabama, Will Riker, to get us started. And off we go from Minneapolis. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They run with the longtime Bengal, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be stopped at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
Oh, right. 12.
On second down, Stroud. He will get this to the 35.
On the quick.
Short of the first down. An early test to start this one. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
So, from the 36, it is
On the
first
quick, right?
and 10. They'll go right back to Mixon. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man, Nico Collins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They will work the middle with Mixon. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
Alrighty.
Now a toss play, running left, it's Mixon. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackle for the loss of a yard.
Rob it.
And it's third down.
They'll try and run for this with Mixon. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Texans first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that third down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Dameon Pierce. Touchdown, Texans. His first touchdown of the new campaign. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
That's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10.
Down! Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Check, check. Hut, hut.
Man who traded green and gold for Viking purple. It's Aaron Jones. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He tell me to space like a rose. Get somebody else to do it. Posting in New York at Bottega like I'm doing. I taught you how to get them for the check. What we doing? I ain't got 100 mil, but I got it once I flew in. If that don't come with money, I can't. He call me baby, so it's 200 a K with it.
Second and 7.
18, Rattler, 8. Come on, come on.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third down, 3 to go.
Ready? Trap 60, trap 60.
In motion, it's Jefferson.
Ready, ready?
He'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Out of the gun, they give it to Jones. Space to run. Inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. So the penalty sets up this offense for first and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll lead to a second and goal. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Josh Oliver. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, the play fake gets its job done, and so too does the tight end. Always a great target down there, as you know, Greg, near the end zone.
And this is where, Mike, so many tight ends do their damage. Down here in the goal line where the threat of run gets so much attention. And oftentimes, it just takes the slightest hesitation by a defender. You see a tight end pop wide open, and in this case, results in the touchdown.
Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the back line of the end zone, a surprise, he's bringing it out. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Here we go. Let's go. Today.
They'll go play action with Stroud. This is caught. Downfield, it's Dell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
To number 3.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
The give to Mixon from out of the pistol.
Joe Mixon.
That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. They face second down and 7.
Here we go.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
All right.
What can they do here on third down and 7?
Today.
Now, Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First down.
Ow, for today. Oh, boy.
Dell motioning over.
Today.
They'll run on first down with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's a second and 12.
Here we go. Today.
That's quickly out wide for Kirk. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
On the play. And it brings up third down.
Eleven. We speed
Schultz
left.
is the motion man.
Hey, south. Today.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins.
Complete to Nico
A
Collins.
pickup of 14 on that one. First down for Houston.
Houston.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He's got it at the 7. And he'll be taken down.
To Christian Kirk.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Stroud going to keep this one on the zone read. And they are all over that on defense. Good search. Drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
And goal at the 9-yard line.
Hey, uno. Today.
Throwing on second down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
So the last two plays have gone backwards.
Why, Tony?
Now,
Tony.
it's 3rd and goal.
Tonight.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Not only does he let the ball go through his hands, he lets 6 points slip away with that drop. I mean, everyone else does their job. The ball's on target. Listen, this is the big boy league now. The reality is, you've just got to catch the ball. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that with the lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8. He'll run. This is Mason. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
Got it. Ready? 19, Tiger. Now, set.
On the ground, it's the tight end. And this will wind up a Vikings 1st down as he gets this up to the 42. And here's Joe. He's able to get away from one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Dragon 60. Let's go now.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That's complete to Moore on the right side.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Ready, set.
Here's 3rd and 7.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 Lion.
In motion, it's Jefferson.
Set, go.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings.
In punt formation for the Vikings.
And we won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15.
At their own 14-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll start with Mixon. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this 1st half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stroud gives it to Pierce. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
The tackle by Andrew Van Ginkel. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
I picked up, let's go. She had too much fun. I think she got too motor in the trunk. Up out the roof. Got a
Oh, hey. Tonight.
Here's a give up the middle. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Hey, Uno Mars, Uno Mars, Uno Mars. On the quick, right? Hey! Tonight!
To throw, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape. I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Bronco 80.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. This one complete to Oliver. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go, set. Warrior 70. Hut, hut.
From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. He's going to let one fly for Addison.
McCarthy's pass.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. And next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half.
For the extra point.
So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned.
The kick is good. Makes the score Vikings 14, Texans 10. Will Reichert to kick off for the Vikings.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6th return, and he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Tonight.
On 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. That one underneath here to Mixon. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd.
One final throw before the break. And downfield, he's got Schultz, the tight end. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Ready, ready! Ready, ready!
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Set, careful, set!
Lost one
70
on the last play, so now it's
19
2nd
tight,
and
19
11.
tight. Come 19! Come 19! Herc! Herc! Right there, Herc! Ready?
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Set up!
This is Jones. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
And after parting ways with the Packers, Jones kind of surprised some by staying in the NFC North. He signs with Minnesota. He joins an offense that is loaded with talented skill players. So if he can continue to be the playmaker he's been throughout his career, they've got themselves a nice young group here in Minnesota, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
On the ready! Mustang 19! Set up!
On play action, here's McCarthy. Short pass taken in by the tight end. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13.
Come on, set! 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger! 79 Bronco! Hut!
From the gun, here's McCarthy. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up, timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Ready!
3rd and long.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler! Set, go!
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Here's 1st and 10.
All right. Tonight.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
19 Texans. Tonight.
On 2nd down, Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
11. Hey, south. Tonight.
From the gun, here's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And There wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
All right. Buggy. Set.
Stroud to throw. This is caught at the 2.
Stroud's pass.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
1st and goal at the 2-yard
Great
line.
pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
Taxi.
Again, it'll be Mixon. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This taken at the 5. Now an opening at the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment.
On the double.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Panther. Set. Ready.
The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 39-yard line.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Chop 60. Chop 60. 18 Pioneer. Go.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Now he'll run it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
And here's Mason. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
Hey, hey.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Okay, ready? Here we go, here we go. Panther 11, Panther 11.
In motion, it's Jefferson.
Ready?
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On the set.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down.
Set. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Dragon 60. Ready?
On fourth down, here's McCarthy. Oh, he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Henry 2020.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last two drives, same story. Continuing to drive, you have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
How for tonight? Hey!
Dell motioning over.
Tonight!
On 1st down, it's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Hey, Uno. Why Tony? Tonight!
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Now a deep ball here for Collins. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here.
All right.
Quickly, it is 3rd and 10.
Tonight!
Now, Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Texans 1st down. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
How for tonight? Robin. Tonight!
They will work in the middle with Mixon. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They'll send a tight end in motion.
Tonight!
They'll go right back to Mixon.
The handoff. And it's 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd
How
down.
for tonight? Tonight!
A run here with Mixon.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
Tonight!
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Reichert now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings move out in front by 4. It's 21-17.
Texans 17.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no run back here. It's a touchback, but with the new rule in effect, with the ball bouncing in the landing zone, they'll start this drive at their own 20.
Still Dre, still on top, still got it. The Sonic still iconic, they still steal the product. I seen the money coming, I showed you that I'm a prophet.
And I'm riding shotgun in case it can get out of pot. Why you wanna press the issue? You need to stop it. Keep a lawyer on retainer for depositions and dockets. Back to the topic.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to beat him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Buggy.
The ground. And he's going to have the 1st down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. On play action. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Texans set to punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And this ball going to be touchdown just shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now a handoff to the tight end in the running game.
The tight end.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
Set. Get it.
The throw, it's McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. Down to the 10. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Will Riker lining up for the extra point.
Riker good with the extra point. And the Vikings will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
17. Will
Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
In motion now, it's Collins. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. That's over the middle and run right down. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's looking for Joe Mixon coming out of the backfield. And it'll lead to a second down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to...
And he will score! Game on! Joe Mixon, touchdown Texans. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Vikings 28, Texans 23.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. The return starts from the foul. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the return, the Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First and 10.
Let's go now.
Jones to begin this drive. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up second and 2.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come to the line now on second and 2.
Here we go, set.
In motion, it's Jefferson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Third and a yard.
Ready, ready.
Trying to run for the first down with Jones. And he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. It's going to depend on the spot. Looks like he is short on that one.
Great job with the pressure up the middle on 3rd and 1, Mike. When that back has to make someone miss in the backfield, that's all they need to throw off the timing. He's fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage. This defense holds him to no gain, brings up 4th down.
Shut up. 19 Lion. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Warrior 70. 19 tight. 19 tight. Check go.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. That's to the outside, and he's got Jefferson.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there with the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
It's a loss of 2.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Come on, set. Mustang 19.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready!
In motion, it's Jefferson.
Hut, hut.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Buffalo 18. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. 79 Bronco. Ready, ready?
They'll drop to throw. Gonna look deep. Looking for more. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense